Hi everyone.
Hello.
I'm Jennifer from Skin and Tonic. I'm the nurse injector, and I have Lee with me today. Lee is one of our lead estheticians and laser techs. We're here today. Sorry, we got started a little bit late today. Hopefully you guys got that notice. But everybody loves to watch those TikToks that are this or that. So we're gonna kind of do our version of that. Remember, these are unscripted. I literally gave her the list 30 seconds ago. So our point here is to be kind of informal but educational and give you some answers to maybe some of the questions that you have. So if you have any other questions that we don't cover today, feel free to send those in a chat or an email to skinandtonic.online@gmail.com, and we'll add them to the list of talks. So we're gonna get to it. What's our first one?
So, Botox versus Daxify.
These are all so tricky. Okay, so Daxify. I think so, for sure. Daxify has a peptide in it. It's not the newest neurotoxin on the market. Came out maybe 2 years ago. It has a peptide added to it. So although it does sting a little bit more when it's injected, that peptide adds hydration to the epidermis layer, so you get a nice glossy look to it. So, what's next?
Let's see. Jeuveau versus Dysport.
They're also, I like both for different reasons. But if you've been a client here with us, we've been here almost 6 years, believe it or not. That's crazy to think about. I've used Jeuveau 99.9% of the time. Love the product. It's the same molecular structure as Botox brand, just manufactured by a different company. I love the customer support. And sometimes for me, when I'm purchasing things, the product's great, but the customer service can make or break the product or whatever you're purchasing, just like when you buy a car. Dysport is fantastic. I kind of reserve that for people that have maybe been on another neurotoxin for a longer period of time. A true resistance is very, very rare. Don't let people try to convince you that, oh, you're just become, resistant to it. But there is a little truth to that. Sometimes your body gets used to it. So I'll use Dysport in that case. It has a wider spread. It's a completely different structure. And usually men do best on Dysport. It has a 2.5 conversion to all your other toxins. So when they tell you, oh, it's only $6 a unit, don't be confused. That's going to be 2.5 times $6 a unit. Okay, so expect that.
Good info. All right, Dermafiller versus Sculptra.
Hands down, Sculptra. Hands down. They're two different things. Fillers, either calcium-based or hyaluronic acid. Two things that are naturally produced in our bodies, but these are formulated synthetically, right? So our body will still break those things down, but it takes a while. Fillers are totally different from Sculptra in that they are a volume replacement. So when you are starting to go through the general aging process, we start to lose collagen. Skin gets a little more lax, doesn't snap back like it did when you were maybe 20, 30, even 40. Yeah. My friends told me when I turned 40 and I asked them, why is the skin moving when I put my eyeshadow on? They just died laughing. So you start to lose bone in the mid-face and the jawline, and then unfortunately it's the only place you naturally lose fat. It's kind of like life's little cruel joke. So filler can be used to replace that volume loss. I still want to make sure that people understand you still need to do something to stimulate the body to make collagen so that it keeps that snap back. Filler is not the end-all be-all answer to everything. Sculptra is probably one of my top 3 favorite products. It's a biostimulator, and so generally used in the lower half of the face where there's not a bony prominence to adhere product to, but it lasts 2 years, and that's the great part of it. Other things you can use for a biostimulation, but that's going to tighten up. So when you start to get those fine lines like here, that's your best course of action is Sculptra.
All right, now going off of stimulating collagen, Virtue RF versus CO2 Cool Pill.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Virtue RF only because who doesn't love a little skin tightening?
That's right.
I mean, you can't beat that. CO2 definitely has its place, but think of CO2 more as resurfacing the top layers, kind of etching away at the dead skin cells, sun damage, the things that we call wrinkles, which is actually damage to the skin surface. It can help regenerate new skin cells there. But Virtue RF is going to be a precise robotic action of gold tip needles entering the skin, causing a controlled injury. For every little hole that those needles make, your body has to make a new skin cell. So more new skin cells, lighter, brighter, lifted toner skin. And then you're gonna have that radio frequency that's gonna deliver through the core of the needle to the underlying tissues. What you wanna be mindful of is how deep they're going. If you go too deep, sometimes there's an indication for that, like if we want to debulk an area, but it can melt a little fat. So you do want to be cautious with what layers they're going through.
And minimal downtime. That's always a benefit.
Good point. Good point.
Yes. All right, so sculpt versus cool sculpting.
Ooh, gosh, if anybody follows aesthetics, which I'm not a huge TikToker or liking to, follow all the norm of the general marketing campaigns, things like that. Cool. Everybody's heard Cool Sculpt. It's a household name. People still call and ask for Cool Sculpt. They don't necessarily know that there's other options. So Cool Sculpt, there was a lot of complications with it, so I don't want to kind of get into that, but it does treat only like a butter stick. That you'll find a lot of terms referring to a butter stick. So it's only going to treat about that 1.5 to 2 inch by 6 inch area. Whereas Sentient Sculpt is going to treat a larger, approximately 6 by 6, 8 by 8 area, but it's gonna melt fat and tighten skin. Whereas Cool Sculpt is just addressing fat.
And we've seen some great results with that.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna let Lee talk on this one because this is her expertise.
All right.
Chemical peels versus medical microneedling.
I say medical microneedling.
Really? Okay.
Yes, I do. Again, it's stimulating the collagen, creating a more tightening effect. We're putting little holes in the face, telling the body, let's repair this. I think it's really good. I love it if you can get on sessions of it where you can do it like 3 months in a row. 3-4 months in a row, you can actually get great results. Chemical peels are amazing too. I mean, you're gonna exfoliate the surface, brighten the skin with those. I mean, you can't go wrong with either, but microneedling would be
How often would you say they should do microneedling every year?
Every year. Okay, well, after you do a session, I would say at least come in once every quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
easy, minimal downtime, and you just get this glow after 10 days.
I need to probably
You need to do
one.
that.
I need to get one. I like too that it's cost effective. It's been around for decades. I don't even know when it started.
And now they have the salmon DNA that we can glide with it in exomes, and people are getting great results, and that's a huge thing on TikTok right now. Salmon DNA.
So if you've seen the salmon sperm, salmon DNA is
we
like to
microneedle
call it.
that into your skin deep.
What does that do?
It actually just helps plump the skin, create more of a collagen peptide boost, and it's a huge thing right now with the Korean market. With talk with my hands.
Okay.
with the Korean market for topical, but we're actually, when we're putting in those points of microneedling, we are putting the salmon DNA inside depth. So it's actually going underneath the surface and building its way up.
All right, cool.
So
cool.
it's a great,
it's good
it's a
enough
great
for the
thing.
fish. It's good enough for us.
That's right.
I know, right? Let's see. Okay, household names. So hydrofacial versus skin wave. Two devices that kind of are similar but not similar.
Right.
Let's tell us what's the difference. Skin wave.
I say skin wave. I mean, with skin wave, we're adding a lot of hydration to the skin. We're using a lot of hyaluronic acid after we do the cleansing and pore cleansing. We have the LED therapy with it and the microcurrent, so it creates a tightening effect with it. It's only like an hour-long session, but you come out of it feeling so hydrated and the skin just glows.
What is the LED part?
LED, it's just calming of the skin. We have red light therapies, like calms down the skin if you have any kind of breakouts or if you have any kind of inflammation in the skin. So,
all right, good to know. Good to know. Do we have any more? Let's see. We got a few more.
yeah, this is back to you. PRP versus eczems.
Oh well, okay. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my other top 3 favorites. Dermagel, which would be considered a PRP product.
Right.
You know, when I started this 6 years ago, I thought it was kind of an oxymoron because I came from more of a holistic side of nursing. I was a doula, wanted to be a midwife, realized having 3 kids at home, I can't wait for women to push their babies out, so we ended up in an emergency room. And I kind of like relate that to aesthetics now. And it's interesting enough that the industry has trended more in a regenerative medicine now. So I was ahead of the game and didn't even know it. PRP, it's generally going to derive from doing a blood draw. And then we can do different things with it. So we can separate out with these fancy little machines, separate out the plasma. I love analogies, and I always use this with my clients. So kind of think of it as like highly concentrated fertilizer, and your body's not going to react to it because it came from you. So it's familiar with that DNA. So your body isn't gonna have a reaction and try to, what's the word I'm looking for, reject it, right? But we can also spin it, separate it, cook it, chill it, and it turns it into a gel. Still nothing added to it. It's just how you process those platelets. And I can make it a different consistency. So if we need it to be thicker and add some volume replacement here, or if we need it to be thinner for under the eyes or around the mouth for water bottle lines. If you're my age, they're called smoker lines. If you're under 35, they call them water bottle lines now. But the benefit of that is that not only
That you're actually just using your own body to do
body.
the work.
Yeah, exomes are excellent. There's so many products I can't even begin to list them, but think of them as PRP on fast track, right? Like steroids. I mean, I hate to use that word, so don't quote me on that. But think of it as just highly concentrated. If your PRP is only as good as you are young or healthy. Right. So exomes is maybe a better choice for somebody that is a little bit older or has any type of ailment that might affect the quality of your platelets. So yeah, that's good. All right. Well, we hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Yes. Always the best thing to do is to schedule a consult with your skincare provider, your injector. If you don't have one, we're here. We would love to meet you, and it's simple as just scheduling a consult, and we can kind of go over our recommendations.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Have a good week.
Have a great week, everybody. Bye.